Because XML is an open and text-based file format, you can use whatever developer tools that you want for working with the example files in this course. So, for example, if you want to use Sublime Text, which is available for Mac and Windows and Linux, that's great. It's one of my favorite text editors. It's not free, but it is available for all platforms. You could also use whatever text editor comes with your platform. If you want to use Notepad or Text Wrangler on the Mac, it's really up to you. In this course, however, I'm going to be using a developer tool called Aptana Studio, and that's this product right here. You can see the URL at the top where you get it from. Just go to aptana.com/products, and currently, as of this recording, the version is Studio 3. The reason I'm going to be using Aptana Studio is because it includes some really good tools for working with XML that are free, and because it's based upon Eclipse, you can download software that's intended for Eclipse and use it in Aptana Studio. It's 100% free. It's available for Mac, Windows, and Linux, and so I'm going to be using that in this course. Here on the Aptana Studio 3 page, all you need to do is click on the Download Aptana Studio 3 button, and that will take you to the download page. Now, I'm going to choose the standalone version because I want the standalone application to run on my machine, but you can also choose to run it in Eclipse if you've already got Eclipse installed. So when you're ready to download it, go ahead, click the download button, and then run the installer that gets downloaded. Once you've got Aptana Studio installed, bring it up, and then let's switch over to it right now. When you launch Aptana Studio, you'll probably see a UI that looks something like this. Now, the colors might be different, and different windows might be open by default, but that's okay, don't worry about it. Start by making sure that the Project Explorer over here is open. If it's not open, then under the Window menu, choose Show View, and then there should be a menu item in here for Project Explorer. In the Project Explorer, browse to wherever you have the example files. Now, in my case, they're on the desktop. So I'm going to expand the desktop. I'm going to select Exercise Files, and then right-click, and then choose Promote to Project. When I choose Promote to Project, you can see that the Web Primary option is selected. If it's not selected for you, then click that checkbox, and then click Finish. You can see now that the exercise files have been promoted to a project-level folder here in Aptana Studio. So I'll close the local file system, open up the exercise files, and this will just make working with the exercise files a bit more convenient. There's a couple other pieces of software that you're going to want to install if you're using Aptana Studio. So under the Help menu, choose Install New Software, and in the window that comes up here in this little drop-down box, choose Eclipse Indigo Update Site. Now, this might be different for you depending on when you download Aptana Studio because it's based on Eclipse, and Eclipse has different named releases that other applications are based on. So this may say something a little bit different, but the general idea is you want to choose the update site for the Eclipse software. So choose that, and then you'll see a list of various plugins and modules appear down here. Scroll down, expand the Web, XML, Java EE, and OSGI Enterprise Development section, and then scroll down to the Eclipse XML Editors and Tools and Eclipse XSL Developer Tools. Select both of these, and then click Next. Now, I've already got these installed, so I'm not going to go through this process again, but you'll be able to click through the rest of this dialog to get the software installed. We'll be using these XML tools and XSL tools here in Aptana Studio during the course. Okay, I'm going to cancel this. There's one other piece of software that you might want to install for working with XPath, which again, we'll see later in the course. Now, this is optional. The only reason I'm going to install it is because I'm going to be using it later to demonstrate how XPath works. But there are viable online alternatives too, so if you don't want to install it, that's fine. Let's jump back over to the browser. The last tool I want you to install if you're going to do this is called the Eclipse XPath Evaluation Plugin, and you can see the URL here, or you can just do a Google search on it and you'll find it. When you first visit this project, you'll come to the project homepage, which looks like this. Under the Wiki section, click on the installation link, and then scroll down to Manual Installation from Within Eclipse. Now, again, we're not using Eclipse, we're using Aptana, but Aptana is based on Eclipse, so you can use Eclipse plugins. The instructions for manually installing this plugin are listed right here, and they're pretty simple. So I'm going to copy this link address. Now back over to Aptana, choose Install New Software, and this time you're going to click the Add button for the site up here. Name the site XPath. In the location, paste the link you just copied and pasted. Now you can see I'm getting a little duplicate location error here because I've already done this. But once you've done this, you click OK, and then adding the new software is pretty much straightforward, like it was when I showed you how to install the Eclipse XML developer tools. You'll just click through this dialog, download the plugin, and once you do that, you'll have an XPath editor ready to go. Assuming that the install process was complete, when you go to the Window menu under Show View, if you choose Other, in the XML section, you should have an XPath entry. In fact, you might have more than one like I do here, but you want to make sure this one right here with the little colored balls in the circle is present because that's the one that we're going to be using. All right, once we've got the developer tools installed, we can go ahead and proceed with the course.